Hey, how's it going? I'm doing a gameplay commentary. Why? Well, I don't know. I figured I'd do a live gameplay commentary just to reminisce on old YouTube. No. Um, I actually wanted to talk about like casual versus competitive DBD because I feel like DBD has a tone issue where like they really just need to pick one. Um, I mean, listen, there's a lot of content creators that do competitive, but I feel like the majority of the game is casual. And I feel like the devs don't really know which one to pick. Like, I don't know, they add MMR, but then they do 2v8. It's like, what are they going to do? And I feel like, personally, I know opinions are scary, but I think the game is better as like a party game or like a casual game. So when I see like these transitions, these debates and everything, I feel like I don't know. There's a lot of factors that come to my mind personally. I feel like number one, the game's extremely hard to balance. There's just so much in it. And then number two, just competitively speaking, I don't think this game's that appealing to look at. I think an important part of like any competitive game is that anyone can just hop in and watch. And I feel like this game doesn't really have that. Like anyone can watch the game, but I feel like most people wouldn't really understand what's going on. Uh-oh. Ow. But yeah, I feel like it's just not like a game that's easy to like pick up on quickly. For like a like someone that hasn't played it. Whereas something like CS:GO, for example, my dad could watch that and get it. Like as a matter of fact, I have shown my dad CS:GO, and he gets it. Like it's not really that hard to understand. It's shoot guy, right? Whereas I feel like DVD, it's like that guy body blocked that specific hit. It was so impressive. I don't know. It's a very different type of game, I feel. And I don't really think it appeals to the competitive, nature of games that well. I mean, I'd love it if it did, but it just doesn't. And I mean, that's not like necessarily saying DVD's in any way bad. Like it's a good game. Don't get me wrong. Oh, he hit me over that. It's a good game and all. It's just not I don't know, it's just not visually appealing for a wide audience. And I think to make a game successfully competitive, it needs to it needs to work on a wider scale than just the player base itself. Especially when a game's, relatively old at this point and has a declining player base. It just so I don't know like what direction the game's trying to go, but I feel like half the time they're like skipping around. They're not sticking to one idea. And I feel like it's leading to a game that's just not going to work for a lot of people. And it's kind of disappointing to me because I think they're like killing their own game pretty much. I think with a little bit of effort they could do significantly better. But they're not really trying to do that. I want to heal myself. I want to heal myself. Go do something else. But I don't really think DVD's trying to make like a game that's for a specific player base at this point. They're trying to appeal to a general audience that's way too wide for them to cope with, frankly. And I mean, like again, don't get me wrong, I really really like DVD. It's a shame to me that they're not going to get, you know, who they really should be getting. Like they're not going to get like a select audience that's going to work for them. They're just kind of going to get random, like, oh, like this is a guy that played once 5 years ago. It's like, I don't know. It's just disappointing to me that they're not fixating on a specific audience, which would then lead to a better game overall. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of other games, they thought about this early on. Like they have a competitive game mode. But this game didn't do that. And I feel like it hurt them in the long run, frankly. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like DBD needs to pick something at some point. It needs to decide, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. And they haven't done that yet. Why didn't you finish the heal? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they haven't chosen like a path. And in the long run, I feel like all that does is hurt the game. And as much as I would love to have like, you know, a DBD that everyone enjoys, I don't really think that's how games work. I think they kind of need to decide at some point, what am I going to do? And I mean, you know, it's not like the end of the world or whatever. They can still make decisions that can help the game improve, but they haven't really been trying too hard. And I mean, you know, if they wanted to go down the competitive route, I'm not going to necessarily say the game will be shit or whatever. It's just, I feel like, you know, if you watch a competitive game, they have to ban so much stuff that it's like, what's the point of even doing this? You have to ban like half the perks in the game, I swear. Or limit stuff and everything. So it's like, it's clearly not on its own a good competitive game. So why focus on that? I don't know. You know, it's their choice at the end of the day, not my game, you know, but I just don't think it's effective. And as much as I'd love it to be, like, it just... I really don't even think they're trying that hard. I feel like they're making a game that's going to not... It's just not going to appeal to anybody. It's a game that, like, you know, a casual player wouldn't enjoy because it's too try-hardy, but then a competitive player is just going to ruin the fan base. Ow. So I really don't know what they're going to do at the end of the day. Like, they need to just shift the game up a ton, but I just feel like they're not even trying. They're kind of sticking to what they've had for years, and it's like, that's not getting you anywhere, obviously. I feel like the game is slowly dying. It just gets random boosts whenever they have a new IP. But if the only way your game survives is by adding new IPs every, like, you know, month or whatever, I feel like that's not a good life cycle. There's no shot that hits up there. I don't think that works. Oh, that works, though. Okay. I thought it wouldn't go through that. No, but yeah, I don't know. This is just me ranting, basically, about, you know, the state of a game that's... It's trying its best. And I mean, hey, I don't know. I hope that, you know, maybe that things turn around, the game becomes incredible, and all of my worries are put aside, but... Is that realistic? No, not really. It's just, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Hopefully one day DBD, you know, fixes a lot of the mistakes, let's say, that it's under, but I don't particularly see it happening. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but this is the first time I've ever played against Dracula. I feel like you might not have realized that, but yeah. I've never played against this killer before. Seems cool, though. It's a lot to take in, I will say. You effed me over. Why did she come over here? I didn't even get a chance. Well, that was about the end of my discussion anyway, so I guess that works out. Yeah, I don't know. That was interesting. I haven't played DBD in a while, but it was fun to hop in for a moment. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I mean, just general thoughts. Like, I think really, I just think DBD needs to like pick. What are you gonna stick to? You're gonna be a competitive game. You're gonna be a casual game. I don't think they've done that, and I think they need to. That's really all it is at the end of the day. But I don't know. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, and I'll see ya.